What is going on, everybody? Brickbuilder here. Welcome to a brand new iCraft SMP video. In today's video, we are going to be discussing a topic. So if you guys do enjoy, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. And the topic we're discussing today is going to be a bit about opportunity and mindset and how that can tie into whether or not you end up becoming successful in whatever your venture is going to be, whether that be something like YouTube, music, a creative field, getting a job, getting a good grade, whatever it is. Things along those lines. So we're gonna dive right on into it. Now, why are we talking about this? Not really sure. It's a topic that popped into my head and I figured, hey, let's talk about that because that's something I want to talk about. But we're gonna start off with discussing a bit about opportunity. And the reason we're gonna do this is because recently I've been noticing that I've kind of like shifted the way I think about opportunities a bit in a positive way, and I figured I should probably share that. You know what I mean? Because if you verbalize something, you tend to stick by it even longer. And I think this is a good thing for me to stick by with. So recently, I've just been given like a lot of different opportunities, both on YouTube with different YouTubers, IRL, just lots of different situations where I've gotten a lot of really, really good opportunities. And in the past, I would always like err on the side of caution with saying yes to too many opportunities at once, or I would like take too long to really think about it, and by the time that I respond, it's like it's already over. Or it's just like, overall, I was not exactly the best at like making my own decisions as to like what I want to do. And that's not really good. Now I've kind of shifted my thought process a bit, and I'm more, I usually lean towards the side of yes now, which, I mean, now, again, there is moderation and everything, so I don't say yes to every opportunity, obviously, but I'm saying yes to way more opportunities that I think can positively influence me and other people. So, there's that. But I used to be really, like, hesitant to take too many different opportunities. Like, I would always be, like, very slow in it, and I want to do one thing at a time, and if the opportunity isn't exactly the way I want it, it's not going to be the way it is. But realistically, that's just such like a skewed mindset to have towards opportunities, and you end up missing out on so many cool things in life and cool experiences and getting to meet cool people and all things like that if you follow the mindset that like I once had. And I realized that I've kind of been in that area where I've missed some opportunities, and I'm gonna have to live with that, but it doesn't really matter to me because now there's many new opportunities I can experience, and I'm excited to experience those. So I'm focused on those a lot more. But yeah, my mindset on opportunity has shifted pretty, like a lot, like pretty consistently here. And it just started happening really recently, and it kind of happened without me even thinking about it. Like I didn't really think about the changes around like the way that I view opportunities, but they just sort of like came up, I guess. And I just started like realizing it like a little bit ago. And it's honestly a good thing that I'm realizing it, I think at least, because it's kind of good to be one of those people who like analyze your own actions and what you say and what you do and your own work or whatever it is, your work ethic, etc. But, so yeah, recently I've just been saying yes to a lot more opportunities. Just meeting new people as well. That's an opportunity that I would usually not do. I used to be so dead set, and I just want to meet these certain people. And these are the only people I need to meet, and that's all I ever want to meet. And honestly, that's a terrible way to live because you're not going to end up meeting a ton of really dope people. But that, of course, has changed fairly recently, which is awesome, and I'm glad for that. Now, of course, with these opportunities that come up, you do have to be careful. Don't say yes to too many opportunities, because if you still have other obligations, you do obviously have to, you know, follow those as well. So make sure that when you say yes to things, you say yes to things in a way where you can still do everything that you're supposed to do, obviously. But, I mean, as long as you can find a balance, you should be fine. So, that's a thing to keep in mind. But now we're working on this little bridge across this river. Okay, but, so yes, again, you gotta say yes to opportunities that you think can positively benefit you, because a lot of people spend way too long and they don't ever say yes to opportunities that maybe they want to do or they're a little bit scared to do or whatever. You got to get out of your comfort zone. You know what I mean? You got to get out there and meet new people, do new things, work on new projects, whatever it is, because that can be so beneficial for you and your life, your career, your all different avenues, your relationships, etc. There's just so many good opportunities to be had out in the world, and if you don't take those opportunities, well, you're never going to get to fully experience it. But now, speaking on a mindset, we're going to kind of segue our way into mindset and how that can dictate into success. And mindset's being included because my mindset about opportunity has changed, and my mindset is already really, really positive. And if you see my Twitter, I'm very big on, like, if you put in the work, you'll eventually get what you deserve type thing as far as success goes. And I firmly believe in that idea that, like, if you really work hard for something, like for an extended amount of time, you will get success in whatever it is you're working towards. Like, I firmly agree with that concept, even if it takes you longer than someone else or whatever. I do believe that in time, everybody can have success in whatever avenue they're looking for if they work hard for it. But not everybody's going to work hard enough for it, because if you really want something, you have to really want it. So I want you to think about your passion in life. Either it's your passion that you've already turned into a career, or your passion that you want to turn into a career, or just a passion that in general you like and you want to do more. Now I want you to think about the last time you did this passion. Are you like so insanely passionate about it for the concept of what it is? Or are you passionate about it for some other reason? Like, for instance, are you interested in creating music because you like making music and sharing stories? Or are you interested in creating music because there's a big paycheck if you blow up? You know what I mean? You have to really think about, like, your actual reason behind your passion. So you can say it in the comments if you want, say it out loud, but you don't have to. Just think about it for a second, and then you realize, and you think about it, if your passion is true and genuine, then I truly believe you'll be able to get there. But if it's not a genuine passion, then you need to have another mindset. Now, when I say this, I do not mean there's anything wrong with the big artist making money or you doing what you want to do as a business. That is not the problem here. But the problem is when that's the only reason you want to do what you're doing. That's when it becomes the problem. Like, if money wasn't there, I can understand you not being able to do it for, like, financial reasons and stuff. But would it still be something you enjoy? Or do you only enjoy it because you make money doing it? That is something very, very important to learn. And if you have to really be able to, like, I guess, like, look into your soul a bit there to realize whether or not what you're doing is what you want to be doing. Like, why do you want to be doing what you're doing? Is there a reason that, you know, maybe isn't the best reason for wanting to pursue this passion or career or hobby or whatever? You got to think about, like, why you're doing what you're doing. Now, again, there's nothing wrong with being money driven or anything along those lines. I myself, not a terribly huge money driven person, but that's just me. If you are, that's completely fine. There's nothing wrong with that, but there needs to be, like, another reason for you wanting to do that passion outside of just a quick buck, okay? Because that's not really going to be all that fulfilling in life, and you'll come to see that as time progresses, and you'll be less and less happy. You don't want that. That's not good. You want to be happy. So you need to kind of figure out, in essence, what it is you want to do, and then think about your reasons for why, and then once you've found your reasons, pursue it. And when I say pursue it, you got to pursue it as much as you can, okay? If there's something you really want to do, you need to be pursuing it as much as you can. If you really want to do YouTube, you need to be learning about YouTube, pumping out YouTube videos, doing all that sort of work. Now, to do this, of course, remember, you have to do it in moderation. Don't, like, overwork yourself to the point where burnout happens. But, like, if you want to be a YouTuber in this day and age, you really need to get good at, you know, the skills it takes to be a YouTuber, because there's so many different YouTubers on the platform who make really good content. So you're going to have to be able to compete with all them for content level. So you need to practice, you need to get good, you need to do all of that, and you need to improve your skills over time if YouTube is something that you really, really, really want to pursue. That's just like a very important thing to do. You have to pursue the passion as best as you can, as often as you can, and you have to have the right mindset towards it. Like, for instance, if you're trying to become a YouTuber, and I use this example because I am a YouTuber, I know a bunch of YouTubers, etc. So I've got to speak with them, got to talk to them, etc. about their mindsets, about their workflows, about all this stuff, because it's just really cool to see how they go about doing things versus how like I would or other people or whatever. But it's very, very important that when you're pursuing your passion, you have to like constantly develop it. That is something that you need to do. You cannot say like, you can't really stay in one area with it for too long. You need to be constantly evolving, taking it further, always working on it, always refining that. Like if you want to get bigger biceps, you can't only work at your biceps once a year. So if you want to get better at YouTube, you can't only make a video once a year. For the most part, there's a few exceptions to creators who can do that and will still be successful and will still make good content. But the average person cannot do that comfortably. But it's all about that mindset. So if your mindset is that you're going to eventually make it and you're just going to keep working really hard until it happens, then it might happen. But if your mindset is, oh no, I haven't gained 3 subscribers when I posted this video, I'm a failure on YouTube, or oh no, this video that would have earned me 20 cents is demonetized, whatever do I do? You know what I mean? Like, you have to have a mindset that is focused around that you will one day achieve the things you want to achieve. And then, of course, you have to pair that with a road map to how you plan on becoming successful. Now, obviously, the roadmap can change over time. You know, things do come up, things change, opportunities change, etc. But remember, if you get a good opportunity, say yes to it, and then boom, your whole roadmap can change for the better. And there's nothing wrong with having your roadmap change. A lot of people don't understand this. Is when people set a plan for how they want to go about their success, and I myself used to be one of those people, because my idea for success on YouTube was originally all solo videos, no collaborations, none of that stuff pretty much, like at all. Like I was going to do it, like not a lot of collaborations, not a lot of with other YouTubers, mostly just me, every single video, doing something. And then I met cool creators, and I thought it would be a lot more fun and beneficial and all that stuff to do collaborations, and it's just a fun thing I like to do, and I feel like those are some of my best videos are collaborations. So my roadmap to success there sort of changes. Whether or not you argue I have success on YouTube is up to you, but that's just one really minuscule example that can be depicted all over the world. There's tons of other examples of this as well. Now, before I preface this with, I'm not saying to drop out of college to pursue your passion, but there have been very many successful people who have done this. But again, there also have been a bunch of people who have failed to do this. So you have to keep that in mind. But I'm just saying that there's tons of examples of people who end up changing their roadmap to success, and they end up becoming something that they would never think they could become, whether it's starting some big tech company, a fashion line, becoming an influencer, or anything along those lines. It's just possible. Now that is going to be where I wrap up today's video, but I want to know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments about this. Like, what is your mindset towards success? What's your passion? How do you plan to get there? Is it just something you do for fun? Is it something you want to do as like a lifelong career endeavor? What's your plans, etc.? I would love to hear it and get a conversation going down in the comments. So if you want to discuss it with me, feel free, but I'll see you in the next episode of iCraft. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it.